If you watched last week's video, you know that we was invited out on a group ride and we was going to take our 2011 Street Glide. But the Street Glide had other ideas. It decided that it didn't want to go, I guess, and we ended up having to take the 24 Road Glide, which didn't hurt my feelings any, but I really want to know what's going on with the Street Glide. So today, we're going to find out. Stick around, stay tuned, and let's roll to that intro. Get in the car like this and smile, there's something wrong with you. This is my 2011 Street Glide that I call Reaper for obvious reasons. Black denim paint, it has that hot rod, sinister look to it, and it also is the first bike that's on my channel. If you'll go back to the very first video, I believe we actually just rode around after a cam change that I had done. Now I didn't record that cam change, but it was kind of the start of what was to come with this bike. There's so much more that I could tell you about this bike. There's so many different small details, but we're not worried about all that today. We're going to try to figure out what is draining this battery and why. So this bike has two major components that would drag the battery down. One of those you wouldn't think would be a problem, but it's LED lighting. Look, I know it's 2026. I shouldn't even have LED lighting on this bike. I get it, but I like it. I like the different colors. It's just one of those things. I can't help it. I'm an LED guy, as you can tell behind me. But I believe that all of those big bundles of wires that you have to shove up underneath your seat in order to hide some of this stuff is kind of an issue right now. So we're going to dig through that. Another issue that I believe that I'm having is with my air ride. I believe that there's a ground issue or possibly a hot wire that may be rubbed through, and we need to figure out what's going on with that. I don't know how anybody could find anything. This is an absolute disaster. This is a mess, and it's me. I caused this mess. When I decided to put the underglow lighting on this bike years ago, I knew what it was going to be. You get a big bundle that you have to stuff underneath your seat, and there's just not enough room for all that garbage. So I'm going to rip all of that crap out, and then we're going to dig a little deeper and see what else we can find. This is a mess, and I'm not saying anything bad about the product. It's not the product's fault that it has to have all of this stuff and you're trying to fit a 10-pound bag worth of crap in this little hole. It's just not going to work, especially when you have underglow lighting, you have all of this extra lighting like I have, plus you have the dirty air suspension. It's not a matter of if something goes wrong, it's when it goes wrong. You got to dig into this stuff alongside the road. You're going to be here for days, and I just don't want to deal with it anymore. I did find an issue with the lighting itself on the bottom. There was a little spot that had been rubbed through, and I'm pretty sure that was what was causing my battery to drain. But we still have an issue with the air suspension. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know if maybe I have a wire that could possibly be kinked somewhere, or maybe there's a fuse blown, or I don't know. We're going to dig through this and we're going to see what we can find.
3 hours later.
So after digging through every wire, every fuse, and every relay, I found a couple of issues. And one of those issues being I did have a wire that was pinched just a little bit. We fixed that. And I did have a relay that was rusted up pretty well. So I cleaned the contact points and I thought I may need to take this apart. So when I did, I actually found that there was bigger issues on the inside. So went ahead and cleaned that up really well, put some dielectric grease on it and the plug, plugged everything back up, and everything's working as it should, which is great. That's awesome. However, the dirty air suspension pump is loud. It's very, very loud. Now, with this motorcycle running, the saddlebags on and everything, you don't hear it per se. But right now, if I was to turn it on, and I will here in just a second, it's super loud. So in my opinion, it needs to be cleaned. It needs to be disassembled or oiled. I can't find any sort of instructions on how to do that. So If there's a representative out there for dirty air suspensions, or maybe a tech that works on these, can you kind of message me? I'll put my email address down, and just kind of hit me up, and let's see if you can walk me through actually how to do this or what to do, because I don't want to tear it apart, have a big disaster, and not be able to fix it. It's got some miles on it. It's got at least 20,000 miles, so I know it needs to be serviced, but how does it get serviced? So anyways, check it out. It's loud, but it's working. Man, this bike sounds good. Good sounding, good running bike. I know you guys think that I'm fixing this bike right now to sell. And part of me, before I started this video, was like, yeah, I think I will. I think this is gonna be honestly where I tell you guys that I'm gonna sell it. I just can't do it right now. Maybe at the end of this riding season, we'll see how things are. If it's still sitting here and I'm not riding it, if I'm not laying down some miles on it, then we'll discuss it more. But right now, I just can't. I don't know. After I sat here and started working on it a little bit, and just, this bike has been such a good part of this channel. It's been awesome. And the money that I've got tied up in this bike, I'll never get out of it. If I do sell it, somebody's gonna get a heck of a deal. There's nothing wrong with it, other than just where I have left it sitting here, not running it. That hurts them more than anything. So in other words, plan on seeing this bike a little bit more this year. And that, my family and friends, is a wrap for this underglow lighting and this week's video. If you've enjoyed it, you know what to do. Go down there and give old dad a big thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. Until next week, are you ready? Let's do this. Peace. I'm out.